Okay, so discuss about tables in ServiceNow. So what are tables in ServiceNow? So we have already seen lists in ServiceNow. So what is a list? What is a list? Anyone?
Collection of records.
It's a collection of records.
Sorry? Collection of
Collection of
records.
records.
Right. Same way. So tables are also nothing but, right. So a table is a collection of records in the database. So which means tables and lists both are same. Tables and lists both are same. So each record corresponds to row in the table and each field. So what is each field? Each field on the record corresponds to a column in the table. Column in the table. So what is the purpose of tables?
Sir, sorry for disturbing. Did you share the screen?
Yes,
I can't see your screen.
I'm sharing my screen. Everyone, please come. Is are able to see my
it's
screen?
visible. Yeah, it's visible.
Yes, it's visible for everyone. Right.
I will
So what is
disconnect
the
and join again.
okay? So what is the use of tables? Okay. So the use of tables are like applications uses tables and records to manage data. Am I right? To manage the data and process such as incident, problem, incident, problem, etc. Right. So that is the use of tables. So what is the use of tables? Tables are someone go on mute, please. Thank you. Right. So what is the use of tables? So tables are used to manage the data. So and it also used in the processes such as incident management, problem management, change management, etc. So there are lot of tables in the ServiceNow. So and also tables can extend other tables, creating parent and child relationship. I will come to this later. So what do you mean by like parent and child relationship? How tables will extend each other table. I will come to this later. So now coming to tables module. So how to go to tables module in ServiceNow? So tables module. So it is nothing but, so from the filter navigator, so you can go to system definition. So under system definition, we will be having tables. So what does this particular tables module contain? So this particular tables module contain tables module provides the list of tables, in the database. So tables module contain list of tables that are available in the database. So how to go to this particular tables module? So simple, go to filter navigator. Under filter navigator, so go to filter navigator. Under filter navigator, just type tables. You can see under system definition, you can see tables module. If you can open this particular tables module, you can see the list of tables that are available in the ServiceNow base instance. Let it open. So you can see there are 6050, there are 6050 like tables that are already available in the ServiceNow base instance. So that is tables module. Am I clear? So I will give you some of the important table names in the ServiceNow, right? Some of the important tables and their backend names. Some of the important tables and their backend names. I will just give few tables which are frequently used in ServiceNow. So table name and then backend name of table. Backend name. Right. So we have incident, backend name is incident only. We have problem table, backend name is problem only. We have change request table and backend name is change underscore request. So backend name is change underscore request. So we have user table, backend name is sys underscore user. So we have groups table, backend name is sys underscore user underscore group. We have roles table, backend name is sys underscore user underscore role. So we have user groups roles. Then we have department table. So backend name is CMN underscore department. We have location table. Backend name is CMN underscore location. So we have request table. Backend name is SC underscore request. We have request item table. Backend name is SC underscore REQ underscore item. So we have catalog item table. Backend name is SC underscore cat underscore item. So we have catalog task table. So backend name is SC underscore task. So we have knowledge table. Backend name is KB underscore knowledge. So like this, we have some of the important tables that are available in the ServiceNow and their backend values. These are the some of the important tables and their backend values. Right? Clear? Any questions till now?
Yes, sir. Actually, why we need to use the backend names for this? It's like
So backend names, why I have given is, so in here, for example, so you want to open the groups table. So instead of typing groups here, right? So groups and going to groups manually by searching under system security or somewhere. So directly you can give sys underscore user underscore group dot list. It will directly open the groups table. So that is the reason. So we are using the backend names. Backend names are used to quickly navigate between the tables. Clear? Am I clear?
for only for searching purpose, sir. Like
Yep. Searching purpose, and whenever you are scripting, so if you want to query the groups table, so you directly don't give the name as groups. Instead of that, you will give the backend name of groups table, that is sys underscore user underscore groups. You can see sys_user_group. This is the backend value which you will be using while writing the scripting also. You don't directly give the table name as group. So instead of that, you will give this one in the scripting. This is display value, and this one is actual name that you have to write in the like scripting. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear? Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
So any other questions from anyone?
Instead of group, if we are having any project name, we can also use the project name also.
Table. So you have to use the project table. So in the project table, you will be having multiple records. So if you want to query that particular record, you have to query the project table first. So not only it's incident, group, or anything. So for whatever the table you are querying, you will use the backend name in the scripting.
Okay.
Clear?
What if we have given any group name and we forgot that and we have to recollect it back, if it is possible?
If you have forgotten, then there is no other option. You have to be aware of that particular name, right? If you have forgotten, so if you have created that particular group, 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. Go on mute. So if you have created that particular group, you can go to this particular filter and you can search with created by. So you can search with created by, and you can give here created by is your username. Your username you can give and you can search it. It will return whatever the groups that you are created. Clear?
It means for every user there is a, we can see what are the groups the user has created.
Sorry, every user?
Every user can see the
Yes,
separate.
they can see. They can filter. They can filter. See, if you can get this right. So here you can see created by. So created is nothing but on what date you have created that particular table. So for example, we are in the tables module. On what date the table has been created and who created it. This is system created. So if you are manually creating that, it will display your name. Clear? So for
It,
example, if you can go to the incident records, very simple, right? I will show in the incident records, incident.list. If I bring here created by, you can see these are all created by admin that is currently logged in user. So this admin. So if you can open this user account, this user account name is admin. Right, this user account name is admin. So these are all admin created. There are 28 incidents which this particular user has created. So like that, you can filter out.
what
Clear?
if we are having different type of admins and we can also, we have to
See,
give our.
this is not admin. So name is admin. So he is system administrator. This particular username is system administrator. If I can go to the user table, sys_user.list, right? So if I search with this particular username, you can see user ID is admin. So admin created. So there will be no two user accounts with the same user ID. So it will be different. So if you want to filter by who created it, you can go to created by. That's it. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. So now coming to next thing, that is how to create table. How to create a table. How to create a new table or how to create a table. So how we can create a table? So for creation of table, go to filter navigator and then system definition, then go to tables and then click on new to create a new table. So how we can create a new table? So just go to filter navigator, just type tables, and under system definition, just select tables. Right. Then click on new. Let it open. Right. So here you can create the table. So for example, so this is Raj Cloud Technologies. So I'm creating a table with name Raj Cloud Technologies. Raj Cloud Technologies. So automatically, once you give the label name, you can see name is coming as u_raj_cloud_technologies. So why it is prefixed with u_?
Because
Because it
it's
was
user
created by you.
Created by user.
Right. It is created by user or it is custom created. So that is the reason. So this one is coming as u_, which means we are customizing this. This is not already present in the ServiceNow. This is something that we are creating. That's why it is coming as u_. So now coming to extends table. I will come to this later. Extends table, I will be explaining it later. Now coming to create module. So what is create module? Create module is nothing but, so for example, this Raj Cloud Technologies, you want to display here in the filter navigator. If you search in that particular search bar, if you want to display this particular Raj Cloud Technologies, similar to, for example, if you type incident, so under this incident module, you can see lot of things. So like that, you want to display under Raj Cloud Technologies, you want to display, so this particular Raj Cloud Technologies application or table. So then you can select this particular create module and that particular module name is Raj Cloud Technologies. So we are creating a new module. If you want to display this under some any other module, for example, under incident, if you want to display Raj Cloud Technologies. So here you can select add module as incident. So if you do this, so then under incident, you will see Raj Cloud Technologies, but I'm creating it as a separate module. So I will be just giving it as new. I'm creating it as a separate module, right? And create mobile module. So what is create mobile module? So we know that ServiceNow also offers the mobile application. So in that particular mobile application also, if you want to create this particular module, so then you can select this particular create mobile module. Clear? Am I clear on create module? Okay. So now coming to columns. So what are columns? What are columns? So
Fields.
what does, yeah, columns are nothing but fields. So I'm not going to create any fields on this particular table. I'm not going to create any field on this particular table. So just go controls. So extensible, I will come to this later. Extensible also, I will come to this later. Now, so what will happen if I check this live feed? What will happen if I uncheck this particular live feed? So that live feed is nothing but if you select that particular live feed, you will be able to see the options follow on live feed and show live feed. If you won't select this particular live feed, then that particular follow on live feed and show live feed, it won't be visible. So I'm not selecting anything. Now coming to auto number, this is very, very, very important. Coming to auto number. Before going to auto number, let me come to incident. So this is incident. If I click on new, automatically incident number is filling. Incident number is filling with some value. If I come back, so this is 31. If I click on this new again, it will come as 32. Right, 32. If I come back and click on new, again new number will come. can see new number came as 33. How this number is auto populating or how this number is creating in the backend? How this number is created in the backend? So what is the logic behind that? So that is called this particular auto numbering. By using auto numbering, these particular numbers are automatically creating. So for example, let me show how that particular auto numbering look likes. So if I open the incident table in the backend configuration, right? If I go and open the incident table, this is the incident table's backend configuration. Right, this is the backend configuration. Here you can see for auto numbering, prefix is INC. So here you can see in the number prefix is INC and number of digits are 7. So if you calculate this number of digits, it will be 7. You can see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number of digits are 7. And you can see number starts from 10,000. You can see this number is starting from 10,033. That means this is 33rd record. That's why so number is displayed as 33. So this is how auto numbering is calculated and defined in the backend. So for example, Raj Cloud Technologies, I'm giving auto numbering. So auto numbering as, so for example, as it's Raj Cloud Technologies, I'm just giving it as RCT, Raj Cloud Technologies, RCT. So the number, it starts from 1000. So that is, we can customize. If you want any other number, you can give it. Number of digits are 7. So that means the first record number will be RCT. Number of digits are 7. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And number starts from 1000. And as it's a first record, so this will be the first record number. So this is how auto numbering will fill its first record number as RCT 0001001. That is how auto numbering works. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
it means we can give the all the serial numbers as a project wise so that we can identify very simply.
Yes.
What is the minimum basic number? How many digits it will be minimum?
There will be no minimum.
Okay.
We can also give it starts from 1 also.
By project wise, we can give the number so that it will very helpful for us.
Yes, that depends upon your client or customer requirement.
Okay. It is also requirement of the customer.
Yes,
If the customer doesn't ask, also we can provide by
if customer
ourselves.
doesn't ask, you have to suggest them. You have to recommend them as a developer,
Okay.
right? So customer won't be knowing all the technical things, right? So if
Hmm.
they don't know or don't give something, then you have to ask. So you cannot assume anything, right? You have to suggest them that. So this is the auto number. So this is how auto numbering work. So what number do you want to prefer? Like that. What prefix, what number do you want to prefer?
Okay.
Okay. So now coming to create access control. I will come to this later. We have a separate concept for access controls. So what are access controls and all? So I will come to this in the upcoming classes, access controls. So now we have created a table. So now we have created a table. We have given the auto numbering. We haven't created any columns. We haven't created any columns. Now, if I submit or save this particular table or save this table, one minute, please. Saving. Yeah, I'm back. Right. So this particular table has been saved into the database. That means we have created a new table. So you can see we haven't added any fields here. Any columns we haven't added. But you can see by default, you can
Sir,
see
are you
this
talking or
Yes, I'm
talking on
speaking.
mute?
I'm
Not
speaking.
able
I'm
to
not
hear.
on mute. I'm not on mute. Others, please confirm. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I'm
audible.
audible for everyone. I'm audible. Okay. So you can see we have not created any fields, but by default, you can see, so there are some fields which are created. So that means whenever you are creating any table, so if you won't create any fields also, so you can see this updates created by sysID, updated by and created. So these are the system default fields that will be created for any table. So apart from this, number field also created. Why number field created here? Why number field created? We haven't created number field and it's not a system default also. But number field has been created. So what is the reason that number field created?
We have clicked that auto number.
Right. So we have selected that auto numbering and we have given the auto numbering. So that is the reason number field got created. So now if you can search with Raj Cloud Technologies, you can see. So here in the menu, you can see Raj Cloud Technologies. Why you are able to see Raj Cloud Technologies here? Why you are able to see this? Because we have created a module, right? So if you click on this module, there will be no records. If you want to create a record, click on new. So automatically, so only number field is there. So you can see only number here. Only number. You can see first number is RCT 0001001. You can see first number is RCT 0001001. If you want to add more fields, what you can do? If you want to add fields to this particular table, so how you can add that?
We need to add a
How,
columns.
how to add? So either on the table we can add columns, and what is the other way? Other way is right click on form header, either form builder, form design, or form layout. So here you can add whatever the fields that you want. Right. If you submit, what will happen? New with RCT 0001001. New record created. So if you can create more records, so more records will be added here. More records will be added. Right. So like this, so we can create a table and we can configure the fields on the table. Right. So now there is one of the important interview question related to the tables. That important interview question is the difference between delete all records and delete. That important interview question is
Delete
right.
means specified.
So
Delete all means
1 minute, please. Please. So what is the difference between delete all records and delete? So this is one of the important interview question, right? So in the so delete all records is nothing but so whatever the records are there. So whatever the records, it might be one record, it might be two records, or it might be 10 records, or it might be 20 records, or anything. So delete all records is nothing but it will delete all the records from the table. It will delete only records from the table, but table remains same. So table structure will be there, but records will be deleted. For example, so if you can click on delete all records and here just type delete and click on OK. So what will happen? So here you can see 3 records from the table Raj Cloud Technologies are deleted. So if you refresh here, so table is still there. 3 records from the table got deleted. So delete all records is nothing but, so whatever the records in the table. So delete all records is nothing but, so all the records from the table will be deleted. All the records from the table will be deleted. Now, so it's not recommendable records from the table in the production. It's not recommendable to delete the records from the table in the production. But mistakenly, you have deleted a record. By mistake, you have deleted a record from the production. For example, let's take this is a production environment. In the production, you have deleted a record. That will be very, very, very huge escalation. Sometimes you will lose your job also. So it's not recommendable to delete the records in the production. But by mistake, you have deleted a record in the table. So now, how you can restore that particular record to table? How to restore record to table? So for that purpose, we have a application or module called as deleted records. So if you can go to deleted records, in the deleted records, if you can open it, deleted records, right? In the deleted records, so if you can search with this particular table name, because from this table, you have deleted the records. You can see from the table, you have deleted 3 records, which are there in the deleted records. Now, how to restore this particular records back to table? So to restore the records back to table, select the record, whatever you want to restore. For example, I want to restore these 3 records. Select the records, whatever you want to restore. And if you can go to the actions on selected rows, if you can click on this, so you can see the option called as undelete records. If you click on undelete records, right, so automatically these records will be undeleted from the deleted records and it will be restored to the source table. If you refresh here, these records will be restored to the source table. So this is how you can restore back whatever the records that you have deleted. Clear? Am I clear?
Sir, once we go for the deleted records and action has to be selected and it will restore it.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. So now we have seen, so what is delete all records? Right. So now let's see what do you mean by delete. So what do you mean by delete? If you click on delete and give here delete and click on OK, what will happen?
Even the table will be deleted.
Right. Entire table along with the records will be deleted. Entire table along with the records will be deleted. If you refresh here, it will show page you are looking is not found. Something it will show the error once this action is completed.
Sir, one doubt. If deleted record also we have deleted means
One
no
minute,
other options will be.
1 minute. I will come to that. So if you delete the records from this audit deleted, then there will be no option to recover that one. You have to create a vendor case directly with the ServiceNow to restore the data. So the main difference between delete all records and delete is delete all records will only delete the records from the table, all the records from the table. So delete, it will delete the entire table along with the records also, and there will be no option to restore the table. So you can see the page you are looking is not found. Table got deleted. If you refresh also, you can see under this particular custom table, there are no records in the deleted records also. So that means if you click on delete table, so there will be no option to recover that particular table. So it's not recommendable to use the delete option. If you are doing delete all records and delete, do it carefully in the production. So production 100%, it's not recommendable to delete the records. In the sub production, just for testing purpose, you can use delete all records or delete records, not delete entire table. Clear? So if you can see this particular incident table, on the incident table, we have delete all records only, but delete option is not there. Why? Because this is a base table which come from ServiceNow out of the box. It's not recommendable to delete the entire incident module. So that's why we don't have delete option here. Am I clear?
Sir, once deleted,
Go ahead.
for example, once deleted, we want to get it back. What we can do?
There is no option. You have to raise a case with ServiceNow that mistakenly we have deleted so and so table. So ServiceNow will be having the backup of your production instance. So they will restore it. It will be huge escalation again. So that's why I'm telling. So do not delete anything in the ServiceNow.
Maximum how much time it will take to rebounce it?
That depends upon the the vendor, the partnership that you are having with the ServiceNow.
Thank you.
For example, my company, it's a premier partner with ServiceNow. So it will take at least like within 24 hours, they will restore it.
It means depending upon the importance, we can get back as soon as possible.
Right. Okay. So that is the difference between delete all records and delete. So now coming to this extensible and extensible. So what is the difference between extensible and extensible or parent and child tables? So we have seen in this particular thing. So tables can extend other tables, creating parent and child relationship. So how to create this particular parent and child relationship? We can see that, right? So before that, let me open this incident form. Also, let me open problem form. Also, let me open change form. Right. So these three forms I have opened. So if you can observe in this particular incident form, there will be some fields. For example, category, subcategory, caller, service, service offering, configuration item, short description, assignment group, assigned to, state, impact, urgency, these fields are there. If you can go to problem, almost same fields will be there. Category, service, service offering, configuration item, problem statement is nothing but short description, assignment group, assigned to, impact, urgency, priority, state. And if you can go to change, here also almost same fields. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, no? So on incident, on problem, and on change tables, you can see almost similar fields. There are some fields which are in common. Am I right? Right.
Yes.
So now while configuring this particular incident table, problem table, and change table, instead of creating new fields for each and every table. So instead of creating new fields for each and every table separately, so we can create a new table. In that particular new table, we can add whatever the fields that are in common for incident, problem, and change to that particular new table. And we can use that particular new table fields to be used in this particular incident, problem, and change table, thereby creating parent and child relationship. So which means So for this particular 3 tables, on top of this particular 3 tables, we can create a new table. So that particular new table, for example, XYZ table we are creating. On that particular XYZ table, so I am giving whatever the fields that are common for incident, problem, and change. After giving that particular fields to that particular XYZ table, I can use that particular XYZ table as parent table for incident, problem, and change. So how to use that as parent table? So what is the parent table for incident, problem, and change? So for example, if I can go to incident table, if I go to incident table, open it. Same way, let's go to problem table. Open it. Let's go to change request table. Open it. Right. So now if you can go to the incident table. So here you can see extends table is task. Extends table is task. If you can go to problem table, extends table is task. If you can go to change table. So here also extends table will be task only. So which means, so whatever the common fields in incident, problem, and change, that particular fields we are creating in the task table. You can see for change request also, you can see parent table is task table. So which means on the task table, we are creating the common fields which are there in incident, problem, and change, and we are extending that particular task table to incident, problem, and change, which means here task table becomes parent table and incident, problem, and change becomes child tables for this particular task table. Am I clear? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear,
Okay.
sir.
Sir,
So
please
if you want,
repeat it one
yeah.
more time, sir.
So I was just telling that. So for example, on the incident, problem, and change, we have some common fields. Bring common fields separately, we can configure that particular common fields in a new table, which is called task table. So task table has this particular common fields which are there on incident, problem, and change, so that we are extending the task table to incident, problem, and change, so that whatever the fields on this particular task table can be used by incident, problem, and change, so that here task table becomes the parent table and incident, problem, and change becomes the child table for task table. So not only incident, problem, and change. So in ServiceNow, we have tables for task. Almost there will be 49 or 50 tables that are child tables for task. Let me show you. You can see there are 47 tables are present where task table is the parent table. That means on this particular 47 tables, there will be some common fields. That common fields will be created on this particular task table, and those fields will be extendable to this particular child. Also remember that. So if you want to use any table as parent table, you have to check this particular extensible as true. For example, here you can see for problem, there is no extensible. For incident, there is no extensible. But for task table, you can see extensible is true, which means we can use this particular task table as parent table. If you select this particular extensible as true, for example, if I'm creating a new table, if I create a new table, for example, with the name test, I'm creating a new table. Here, if I want to use this particular incident table as parent table, for example, if you can see, it will become invalid reference. Why? Because here extensible is false. If we select this particular extensible as true, if I refresh, let me save this. Then here I can use that particular incident table as parent table. You can see it is still saving. That is the reason now it got saved. Right. Now you can see I can use this particular incident table as parent table if this particular extensible is selected true. If not, I cannot use that particular incident table as parent table. So that is the difference between this particular extensible and extends table. Extends table is nothing but it's a parent table. Extensible is nothing but if you want to use this particular table as parent table, then extensible must be true. Am I clear? Am I clear, everyone?
Yes,
True
sir.
means it has to be saved.
Right. You have to select here true and you have to save it. Am I clear?
Sir, the task table is already created in this, sir? Or...
Task table is out of the box table. Out of the box means which is already present in the ServiceNow. Task table is very important table in ServiceNow. So while doing any changes on the task table, that changes will also applicable to child tables. So be careful while working on the task tables. Clear?
So we can create our own tables also.
Yes, that's what we created, right?
Yeah.
Raj Cloud Technologies is our own table, custom table.
Okay.
Am I clear about parent and child tables? Am I clear?
Yes.
Incident is a parent table within the all the task is
No,
child
no,
table.
no. Incident table is a child table. If you want to make incident as parent, then extensible must be selected as true. Just for example, I have taken that.
Okay.
Okay. So this one also very important interview question. So delete. What is delete? It will delete all records along with table. Next, what is the parent table for incident, problem, and change request? This is also one of the important interview question. So what is the answer? The answer is task table, right? The answer is task table. So now coming to modules. So we have just seen tables module. So we have tables and columns module also. Under system definition, we have tables and columns module also. So what is the tables and columns? Tables and columns module. So what is this tables and columns module? So tables and columns module is nothing but it will display all the tables along with their column names and column attributes, along with column names and column attributes, right? If you can go to tables and columns, so here also you can see the list of tables. Let it load. The list of tables which are available in the ServiceNow. You can see the list of tables which are available. So from here also you can create a new table. And if you can select any table, for example, I'm selecting incident table. So if you select any table, so the table related columns will be displayed. So whatever the columns that are present in that particular table, someone own voice. I'm listening my own voice. Okay. So whatever the table that are present on the table, so you can see that particular all the columns. So tables and columns is nothing but it will display the list of tables that are available in the ServiceNow along with column names. And if you can select any column, so for example, active column I have selected. That active column related information, that is column attributes, will also be displayed. For example, this active column, it is of type Boolean, label is active, it is written written in the language English, and the maximum length of that particular active field is 40 characters. So like that, column attributes will be displayed. So you can select any field. So for example, assignment group, you can see that is active true. So that is on the table task table, right? So it is of type reference field, label is assignment group, and it is of English. So like that, column attributes will be displayed. So this particular tables and columns module will display the list of tables along with their columns and column attributes. Clear? Am I clear? Here also you can see delete all records option is there.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sorry.
Clear, sir.
So now here you can see one extra option, schema map. So what is schema map? You can see an option called as schema map. So what is this schema map? So if I click on schema map for incident table, so schema map is nothing but, before going to that, so schema map is nothing but it's a graphical representation of, relationship between multiple tables, So for example, if you go to the incident dot list or incident dot form, let's go to incident dot form. And before that, before going this particular relationships, I'm just deselecting everything at the top, because I am going to explain one by one. Okay, so now we have incident table here. So we have only incident table. So what are show referenced tables? What are show referenced tables? If you can go to the incident table, if you can go to incident form, on the incident form, we have multiple reference fields. Am I right? Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what do you mean by reference fields? What do you mean by reference fields? We have already discussed.
Incident number.
True, sir.
No, whatever you can see this particular search icon. So these are all reference fields. So what do you mean by these reference fields?
To search the information for
Right.
particular
So
related to
this
caller
particular
or something.
caller, this particular caller is a field which is present on the incident table, which gets the information from other table called user table. Am I right? Am I right? So this
Yes, sir.
service is a field which gets the information. If you can click on this search icon, so you can see this get the information from CMDB underscore CA underscore service table. So CMDB underscore CA underscore service table. So similarly, this configuration item, it is get the information from CMDB underscore CI table. CMDB underscore CI table. This assignment group, it gets the information from sys underscore user underscore groups table. So sys underscore user underscore group table. So which means, so this is a incident form. This is the incident table. So it refers to different tables to get the information. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, no? So if you can go here, right, and if you can click on this particular show referenced fields. So what are referenced fields? These referenced fields are nothing but, so whatever the incident table is getting information from multiple tables. So for example, you can see this is the incident table. It is referencing to these many tables to get the information in the incident table. That is referenced fields or tables. Am I clear? Am I
It
clear?
means all the form was showing in a diagram.
Right. Whatever the reference fields that are there, so that will show in the diagram. That is graphical representation. Clear? Am I clear?
Clear, clear.
Okay. So now I'm removing this reference. Show referencing fields. What do you mean by referencing fields? So referenced fields means which referencing to other tables. What are referencing fields? Referencing fields are nothing but from which table incident is being referenced. From which table incident is being referenced. For example, if I click on show referencing fields, it will show incident task table. Incident task. If I go to incident task table, you can see this is the incident task table. On this particular incident task table, you can see incident task table is referencing to incident field. So which means incident task table is getting information from incident table, where incident table will become reference table for task table, and this particular task table will become referencing table for incident table. So that is why if I click on referencing table, I can see incident task table. Clear? Am I clear?
So
Am I clear?
repeat again because both
Huh.
show reference table and the second one is also show referencing
No,
tables.
this is reference tables.
Okay. So that
Reference
shows
tables, this is referencing table. Reference table means, so on the incident table, whatever the tables we are referenced.
okay.
Referencing table means from the other tables where incident is being referencing. So you can see
Oh,
this is the incident task table where incident is being referenced. So for the
got it.
task table, incident is reference table. But for incident table, task table is the referencing table. Clear?
Yeah.
It means
Okay.
we are taking the reference of the previous case or previous project.
Right. We are taking the reference of incident for the incident task. Right. So now coming to show extended tables. So what is show extended tables? What is show extended tables? We have already
Parent tables,
time of
maybe.
creation of tables. Right.
Parent
So extended tables is nothing but for incident, whatever the parent table is there, that particular parent table will show. You can see it will show task table. You can see it shows task table. So what is extending tables? What is extending tables?
Child table.
instant is the
If
instant.
incident is parent for any table, that particular child tables will show here. Incident don't have any child tables, so it will show empty, which means incident is a just one table it will show here, incident. That's it. So are you clear about these different types of tables? Graphical representation?
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Yes.
For referring table, how can we can know that
Mhm.
we can take the reference of that case or the previous project or some incidents? How can we get to know?
See, if you can go to the incident, so if you can go to any incident, if you go to the incident, if I open the incident form, any of the incident form, on the incident, I have an option to create the incident task. I will show that. That is nothing but incident is the main task. On that particular incident, you are creating a subtask. So you can see child incident, right? Child incidents or incident tasks also will be there. I go to this. So if I click on this particular child task, it will ask you to select the parent task, parent incident, which means, so you are creating this particular task with a reference to this particular incident. With reference to this particular incident, you are creating a new task. So that is where, so you are creating a new task with reference to which thing? As it's an incident task, it will be referenced to incident. This is the out of the box configuration. Clear? So it's nothing but very simple. You are doing one main work. So in that particular main work, you are subdividing that particular work and you are assigning to someone. So that is nothing but, so incident is the main thing that you are working. So for example, on the incident, you require multiple teams to resolve that particular issue. For example, you got a incident saying that someone is unable to receive the email notification. So at that time, what you will do, you have troubleshooted in ServiceNow. In ServiceNow, you can be able to see every configuration is fine. Now you are creating a task to email team saying that so-and-so person is unable to receive the notification. Can you please investigate like that? Right, that particular task you are assigning it to that particular email team. So on the main incident, you are creating a subtask and assigning it to someone. So that main task, it will be referenced here. Clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. About tables class. Any questions here?
So for the backend name of tables, are those case sensitive while scripting or such?
Yes, they are case sensitive.
Okay.
So here I think first letter is taken as capital letter, but please use small letters. It's not capital letters. So any questions here? Any other questions? I will explain a couple of more topics, very small topics, and I will stop it for today.
Sir, can you write down that you have mentioned that port tables, right? In the running notes, can you add that as well?
Okay, allow me some time.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so now I am jumping into one more concept. So that concept, before going to that concept, I received a requirement. That requirement is make service field mandatory on incident table. This is my requirement. Make service field mandatory on incident table. So this is the service field. I want to make this particular service field mandatory on the incident table. How can I do that? I want to make this particular service field mandatory on the incident table. So how can I do that? So normally what I can do, I can right click, I can go to configure dictionary. So we have multiple ways to do the field mandatory. So I'm following just one way. That is, so I can go to the configure dictionary. Let it load. So here I can make that particular field as service field as mandatory. And if I submit it, if you go to the incident form, Still it's loading. Right. On the incident, you can see service field became mandatory. Service field became mandatory. So on the problem, normally service is not mandatory, but now even on the change, it's not mandatory. But now if I refresh, let's see. You can see service field is mandatory now. You can see on the change also, service field is mandatory. But what is my requirement? I want to make service field mandatory on only incident table. But if I make that particular service field as mandatory on incident table, so it got reflected in problem and change also. Why? Why it got reflected in problem and
All
change?
the things are like a child table for the task table.
Because this particular service field, right, this particular service field is present on the task table. If I right click and go to configure dictionary, you can see this particular service field is present on this particular task table, this particular task table. So that's why if I make this service field as mandatory, it is reflecting in other child tables also, which is not correct. So I'm making it as not mandatory and I'm updating it. So, but how to achieve my requirement now? So my requirement is I need to make the service field mandatory on only incident table. Only incident table, I need to make the service field mandatory. How can I do that? So for that purpose, we have a concept called as dictionary override. We have a concept called as dictionary override. So what do you mean by dictionary override? So dictionary overrides are nothing but it will alter the field behavior. It will alter the field behavior without affecting the parent table's field behavior, without affecting the parent table's field behavior. So that's why we can use this particular dictionary overrides. So now, for example, on the incident form, I want to make the service field as mandatory. Now here see, on the problem and on the change, service is not mandatory now. Even on the incident also, service is not mandatory. We have removed that one. So how to make this particular service field mandatory? So right click on this particular service field, go to configure. Right, go to configure dictionary. If you can scroll down, here you can see dictionary overrides. Here you can see dictionary overrides. If you can go to dictionary overrides, you can see for this particular service field, there are already dictionary overrides are present. So just for demo purpose, I am deleting other dictionary overrides. But in real time, do not delete. But here for demo purpose, I am deleting the other dictionary overrides. Still loading. Right. So now if you can come to the dictionary overrides, overrides and click on new. Right. So here, so task service, that field. So override the dictionary setting for the task service field in the extended tables. So on what extended table we need to make the modification for service field? So what is the table that we need to select here?
Incident.
Incident. So select incident table. And what is the action or what is the behavior that we are going to override? We are going to make this particular business services mandatory. Am I right? So select override mandatory. So override mandatory, and we are making this particular business service field as mandatory true. So if we can submit it, if we can go to incident form now. Sorry. Right, you can see service field is mandatory on the incident form. If I go to problem form and if I go to change form, let's see. You can see service is not mandatory on the problem. Also, you can see, so service is not mandatory on the change. That means we have only altered for incident table. So this is how we can make use of dictionary overrides to alter the field behavior in the child table without affecting parent table's field behavior. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I think I will be stopping it here today because it will be too much for you guys if I go to the next topic. So can I stop or can I continue with another topic? Can you guys please confirm? We'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Others?
Okay, so another 10-15 minutes you can continue.
Sir, it is better we continue tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, fine then. So we'll continue tomorrow with a new topic. Thanks everyone for joining.
Sir,
Have a good
tomorrow
day.
also same timing.
Tomorrow I will give the polling again in the group. You can select the timings.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks
Sir,
everyone.
in the note, please add show difference that four options. Sir.
Sure, sure. I will add it. I will add it.
Yeah. And override
Thank you.
also, sir.
Override I have already given, right? Dictionary
Okay.
override.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Is this task and the incident, they're all compulsory names in the service now, or we have to give the names? Or they are the default names? We have to follow that one.
They are the default names.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, one more, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, from the list onwards, we have to practice daily. Before that is only the
Yes.
introduction.
Right.
From here, we have to practice.
Yes, yes, you have to practice. Otherwise, you will get a lot of confusions in the upcoming
Yeah.
session.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Thanks everyone. Have a good day.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir.